at you with the first official video of the channel. It's going to be a part 1 of 2. We're starting our first project, which is going to be this nice little gold car over here. It's a 1999 Pontiac Firebird, and we are going to turn it into kind of a budget build, but not a budget build. Something that is, for a certain amount of money, can be just as good as your newer style cars, as in like your 2010 plus Mustangs, Camaros, things like that. I want to build something that is perfectly streetable, no sacrifices, meaning all the AC is going to be there, heat's going to work, killer audio system, super fast. Basically just going to build one of the best street cars you can for the money. Looking to do about by the time it's said and done, probably around a $15,000 limit or budget. And what that's going to get us is perfectly streetable, good tires, so we're not going to switch to slicks for a drag strip or anything like that. Going to have AC, heat, the whole 9 yards. Any creatured comfort you'd have in a new car, we're going to try to have in this, or we will have in this. So let's go ahead and show you the car. So the car, you're looking at a 1999 Pontiac Firebird V6 automatic. It's got some bells and whistles on it as far as options go. It's got an LSD diff in it, headers, true dual exhaust, all factory. This car is completely bone stock, nothing done to it. We'll go over as far as budgets and things a little bit later, but right now I really want to get into what the car looks like on the inside and the outside. As far as the outside goes, you can tell she's a little dirty, but overall I feel like it's a pretty solid car. Nothing too horribly crazy. But let's go ahead and jump on the inside and take a look at that. So the inside, it's factory on the inside. It came with automatic locks, automatic windows, full power seats. There's that automatic. Dash is in pretty good condition. You got some problems right there, but new dash pad on it, so it all looks nice and clean. I mean, as far as the interior goes, it's in pretty decent shape. There are your useless back seats, but they're kind of like a bucket seat, so that's pretty cool to see. The car does have T-tops. Headliner's in a little rough condition. Definitely need to redo that. But it's got the seat and all that on the steering wheel, if I can get it focused. There it goes. Cruise control. It's a fully loaded Firebird. So I can't really beat what we're looking at. It needs a few small things, but we'll get to that here real soon. Here's our engine bay with our good old-fashioned V6. They're rated from the factory for about 200 horsepower. This one has some extra options on it, so I was told it was rated more closer to 220 factory horsepower at the flywheel. So we're probably going to get, I'd say 150, 160 out of it to the wheels, solely because it is a 99. It's a V6. It's got to go through an automatic transmission. All that good and fun jazz. As far as the radiator removal goes, it should be pretty straightforward. We got to pull off this guy, this intake, and a couple other things. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this stuff, most of this top stuff. All pretty straightforward. There's some clips here. As you can see, clips right off. A couple bolts here, things of that nature. We'll pull that off and then I'll come back. Alright, so now I can't really get a great look at it. This are your fans and everything.
That's your radiator. Let's see if it lifts. It lifts right out of there. So we got a few things we got to take off down here. This is your overflow. That's a pretty simple little piece to get off. This is capped. I'm not sure entirely what it does, but our radiator hose down there needs to come off. Let me see if I can get that to focus. And then we should have a radiator hose. There it is on this side. And then we should be able to slip this thing right up and out of there. Let's get to it. Well, the radiator's out. It wasn't too bad. There's a couple of transmission lines on there that's not super easy to get to, but not really that hard either. Everything kind of just presses together in the front, so it just slides off. There's the old radiator. It doesn't look too bad, but it's got a hole in it, so. New radiator's on order. Hopefully when we get it in tomorrow, we'll be able to put it in and see what she'll do. For now, I'll meet you guys back in the other car. Well, back at the house now, just waiting for the radiator to come in at this point. The old one's out, ready for the new one to come in. Once we get the new one in, we'll be able to see if it has a blown head gasket. There are a couple other ways we can test things, but I just want to get the new radiator in because I know it was leaking. We'll put that in, see if it has a head gasket blown. If it doesn't, then we'll get some cool test drive videos and we'll really put it through its paces and see what it can do, fire up the GoPros, and kind of go from there. If it does have a blown head gasket, well, we'll turn this into kind of a series and try to pull the motor apart. I really don't want to, because if you notice from the engine bay shot, the motor is really tucked back in there and it's all stock and hard to get to, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. As for now, I'll catch you guys later. Be on the lookout for part 2, because that one will be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun, I suspect. More test driving, more maybe burnouts, and I don't know. You know how new cars go. So we'll get there, and I'll see you guys next video.